Welcome back, guys. We're here for another video. I know it's been a while, but we're back at it. So today we're doing a Q&A. I asked you guys to send me questions and now I'm gonna answer them. Here we go. So the first question I have is, do you believe in love at first sight? I feel like that's kind of a tough one to answer because, to put it simply, I would say no, but I feel like that could be interpreted different ways. So it's like, I mean, is it you see someone and like you're in love with that person and that type of way? I feel like that's not really how it works, but in a sense, you see someone and you kind of get this feeling like, I'm gonna love this person, like, if that makes sense, then maybe that way I would understand more. Yeah, so I guess not really, but I feel like then again it just depends on the situation, like what you mean by it. Second question is, what made you want to start YouTube? What made me want to start YouTube? I honestly don't have a definite answer for that. I'm not for sure. I just, obviously saw people making videos and I thought it would be cool. I thought it would be fun to do. So while I was at college, the idea kind of struck me again. I was like, hey, I should do it. Like, I'm away at college. I have a little more interesting things going on in my life. So I just decided to start it. Okay, the third question is, what's your favorite thing about college? So my favorite thing about college is probably the relationships that I've made there. I've met so many amazing girls there. All my roommates, if any of you guys are watching this, I love you all, and I'm so blessed that I was stuck with good roommates, because I know there's so many people that have had roommate horror stories just in the first semester, and I was honestly worried about it, and I just prayed about it, and thankfully, all of my roommates were amazing. So definitely that, and I've met a lot of girlfriends, because back home, which is where I'm at now for the summer, I just didn't have a lot of good girl relationships. I had a few guy friends, but not until I met these girls did I realize the difference that it made in having a girlfriend versus a guy friend. So definitely that. Also though, I would add the independence of it. Honestly, it's just so different than when you're living with your parents, like you're on your own. For me, I was in a completely different state, and just like the type of freedom you have, I think it's a good learning experience, and I really enjoyed it, honestly, because it's just a different type of freedom that you have. Not always having to ask a parent for like every little thing you do. You just go and do things on your own, and it kind of transitions you into what adulthood would be like, kind of. I mean, of course it's a little bit different because it is like you're living on a college campus, and so there's still rules and there's still adults around, but not as much, and they're not as much there to take care of you as they are just to be part of the facility. Next question. Who is your favorite Avenger? So for me, I feel like I'm really bad at picking favorites of anything. Like, I'm just such an indecisive person that it's like I don't know like what my favorite would be. But if I absolutely had to pick off the top of my head, I would say Black Widow. I just love her, and her skill set is amazing, and yeah, so she's definitely up there. Okay, ice cream or frozen yogurt? Okay, I would say probably frozen yogurt. I just feel like it's just, I don't know, it makes me feel a little better about eating it because it's frozen yogurt than it is ice cream. And I know it's like they're still not the best thing for you. I don't know, like I don't have like a reason that I could probably like logically explain to you, but it's just more like my preference, I guess, which that is the question. So I don't know, I'm making this more difficult than it needs to be, but frozen yogurt, there you go. Okay, this next question, how can I be as attractive as you? Well, first of all, I feel like I know who that question came from, so thank you for that. I don't really have an answer for that. To become I think if you were to become as attractive as me, you would have to bring yourself down a little bit. So if that answers your question, just kidding. Like, that's obviously not a legit question. How would you even answer that? Like, hashtag love yourself? I don't know. That just makes me feel very uncomfortable if you can't tell. Show us your hair routine. So yeah, I think that I've thought about that, honestly, doing a hair routine, but the thing is, I feel like I don't even have a set routine for my hair, so it's kind of like, I don't know if it would be a good idea for me to film at this point. But if I do feel like I get comfortable with like a set thing that works for me, because I'm still trying out different things, I'm still experimenting with like products and things like that. So when I get something that I feel like I really love and I think it works best for my type of hair, because I do have curly hair, if those of you that don't know, I will definitely do that if that's something you guys want to see. So like let me know in the comments or something like that, and I'll definitely put that up. How many boyfriends do you have? What is up with these questions? Okay, I have 0 boyfriends. I feel like if I had a boyfriend, I would only have one. Like, who does that? Yeah, I don't have a boyfriend right now. I just feel like I'm at a very busy time in my life. I'm just at a place where I feel like I just don't have the time and the effort to put into a relationship, because I feel like if I'm gonna be in a relationship, I should be able to put effort and energy, because it needs to be both sides participating. And I wouldn't feel right if I got into a relationship and I wasn't fully in it. You know, like if I'm gonna be in a relationship, I want to be able to be the best I can be for that person. And I just feel like with school and with working and all these other priorities I have in my mind, it's not at the top of the list. And so, yeah, I just feel like a boyfriend's not a good idea right now for me. But then again, like I'm not totally opposed to it. If something were like, it'd have to be a specific situation, a person that like, and I felt this was right, then I would probably get into one. But as right now, I'm not like looking or anything, so yeah. Okay, next question. Are you planning on staying in Colorado after college? So, as far as after college, I don't really have a set plan for that quite yet. Obviously, I still have a couple more years and then I have to go to medical school. So I think it depends where I go to medical school. Maybe I would stay in Colorado, or I might go somewhere. It's kind of where I get accepted, of course, and what's the best decision what's the best decision financially, and just a whole bunch of factors. So I don't really have a plan of where I'm going or staying. I think it just depends on the situation, and I have to see when I get there and when it gets closer. So I'm not planning on it. Would I like to stay there? For sure. I love Colorado. I've loved being there my first year of college, and it's just an amazing state. Yeah, there's just so many good things I could say about it. So yeah, I don't know for sure. Okay, favorite popsicle flavor. So I feel like another one of those favorite things, it's just hard for me to choose. And honestly, like, if you really think about it, how many popsicle flavors, because I feel like different brands have their own names of flavors. There's just like so many flavors being made. I don't even know how they come up with these anymore, but I just feel like it'd be impossible for me to pick. So I don't really know, but I do really like Otter Pops. Those, oh my gosh, those are so good. So I like those, but as far as a flavor, I'm not for sure. I like fruity, like tropical, mango, peaches. I don't know if that yeah, kind of stuff like that. Okay, have you ever met someone famous? I have not. I think it would be so cool though. Like, I don't know. I have not yet. So, I mean, so do you like scary movies? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of scary movies. Those are just, I don't know. They just like, I feel like when I watch them, I think about them more than I should, like even after the movie, especially of course, it's gonna come up at night. I'm trying to go to sleep, and then of course I just like look over and I'm just imagining whatever it is I watched, and I don't like that. I just don't like that feeling of like, oh my gosh, like why am I thinking about this? Even though like I know in my head it's not real, but I'll still get like that feeling or something. So I'm not a big fan. Like certain scary movies I don't mind, like more of jump scares, like thrillers, things like that. It's not too bad, but like Paranormal Activity and like evil, like possession, stuff like that, no, not for me. So next question, do you like talent TV shows or TV talent shows? Yes, I actually really love those kind of shows. Singing talent shows, dancing especially, as you know, a little biased. like athletic type, like American Ninja Warrior, Ultimate Beastmaster. I love watching those shows. Like I get so hyped up watching them. And honestly, if I would be on one of those shows, like, I mean, obviously I'm not at a place right now where I have like the skill set to be on one, but no, I definitely go on one of those shows. But I love watching them. I just think it's so crazy, like, to see the talent that people have. Sometimes it's so effortless, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it blows my mind. So I just love stuff like that. Next question. Do you like roller coasters? I love roller coasters. I love especially the big drops, and if I'm on a roller coaster and it doesn't have a big drop, then I just get so disappointed because I had this expectation and then I'm just on it and it's over and I'm just like, that was it? Like, what? So, yeah, I love big rides. Funny story, like, I actually used to not like roller coasters. I would be so scared. Like, I would, you know those, what are they? Like, ship rides, and it's like a ship and it goes, like, back and forth. I would be on those and I'd have to, like tense and prep myself because I was so scared, and I honestly don't know what changed. It really didn't make sense. It kind of just happened one day. I was at an amusement park and I rode one, and then ever since that day, I don't know, I just liked them. It was weird. It kind of just changed like that. Okay, next question. Summer or winter? So for sure I would say winter because I'm not a big fan of the heat, and you get bugs and you have all this mosquitoes, annoying stuff that I don't like, and I just like cold weather more, and so I definitely prefer winter. Would you ever consider living abroad? So I've actually considered living abroad. I don't know where exactly. I feel like there's so many cool places I'd go, but I definitely would consider it. I don't know with my major, because I'm in pre-med, it's really hard to get like science courses and those kind of the classes you actually need to get abroad, because it's more general courses are easier to take, like Englishes and maths and things like that, and I have a lot of like science medical based classes I need to take, so it's kind of harder. But also I don't know if I'd be able to do it, but I mean, I definitely love to. So the next question is, would you rather live in a 5-bedroom apartment all alone or a 1-bedroom apartment with 5 kids? So for me, that's an easy choice. I would definitely live in a 5-bedroom apartment with myself, because honestly, I don't mind living alone. I think it would be nice. You don't have to worry about anyone else in your house. The only one living there is you, so it can stay clean, it can stay all this stuff. And also, I would not want to live in one room with 5 kids. I think I would go insane. Like, there's just too many kids. I'm not a big fan of kids. Like, not in a bad sense, like, I don't hate kids or anything, but some people have a passion for kids and they love kids, and that's just not me. So I think that would not be my ideal situation, and I don't mind being alone. I do like being around other people, but you do need that alone time, and I feel like you could always be having people over and inviting people, but then at the end of the day they can leave and like you still have the house to yourself, and I think I could live with that. So the next question we have is, would you rather have an American or a British accent? So, I mean, I guess I already have an American accent, so that's kind of easy. I would have a British accent. I was just talking about this today. I was just telling my mom that I would love to have an accent. I think it would be just so cool. That was kind of like a one-choice thing because I am an American. Okay, so next question. Qualities you look for in a partner. So, off the top of my head, when I ask questions like these, or when I get asked questions like these, it's hard. Like, I feel like the things that I know I want, then I forget, like, when I'm trying to think of it. So I know for sure, I mean, an obvious one would be someone who's loyal. I don't ever want to, like, be guessing and constantly worried about, like, what are they doing, who are they with, like worrying about that. I should be able to not know where you are and just trust that you're not doing anything that would like ruin our relationship. I feel like that's basic relationship things that everyone should have. So yeah. Oh, humor for sure, because I am a person who loves to laugh and I'm like really goofy all the time, so if you can't handle that, it's probably not gonna work. But that kind of stuff, like, even if you're not a funny person, like, if you just have a sense of humor and you can laugh at things, I think that works too. And of course, like, there's so many other qualities that I would like, but like I said, it's like to think of all of them, it's just general stuff you'd want in a relationship, I guess. So yeah, those are definitely 2 big ones though. Okay, what is your favorite holiday? So my favorite holiday for the longest time, that I have been able to pick a favorite, and it's Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. I just feel like it's in the perfect time of month. It's in autumn, which I love that season, and it's in November, and I don't know, you're just like eating all the good food. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it just is. I just love that holiday so much, and it's just a good time of year, and it's a great time. So my next or last question, actually, what sport do you like the most? So definitely football. As far as like watching and playing, I really love football. Honestly, if they had a girls football team, I would probably play football. I love playing it for fun, and it's just such a fun sport to play because I honestly like the physical contact. You still have to have accuracy, like throwing and catching and running down the field, and I just think it's such an adrenaline rush and to play, and just like it's contact, you can tackle someone, and I like that kind of stuff. I'm like a very active person, and just to watch it, I think it's very entertaining to watch too, because there's some sports that I just like can't get into and watch. Football is definitely not one of them. So yeah, I would say football is my favorite sport. And that is all the questions. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a like, and it really helps out. If you're not already, subscribe, and I will have more videos coming your way for sure. If there's any other videos you guys want to see, comment down below, or if you want another Q&A in the future, let me know and I can do that as well. So thanks so much for watching if you made it to the end, and again, I'll put my social media down below. Honestly, nothing too exciting there, but hey, if you want to follow, go ahead and follow. Up to you guys, and I will see you in my next video.